couldn't be more excited to talk about race 3 at Brands Hatch. After a completely rubbish race 1 performance,
got to put a lap on Bert Chapman,
and a fairly okay race 2 performance
from Bert Chapman to meet the top 10.
I found my confidence in the car. I was able to push it a lot harder. I was also being more aggressive, not leaving big gap. I was pretty much bumper to bumper, very nearly going into the back of him a few times.
From now on, that's how you drive.
This was even better than the race against Rob Bailey up in Alton Park. I did in fact get a 5-second time penalty at the end of this race, but I really couldn't care less because I was pushing myself right to the limit of my ability, trying to keep up with Sam, who was giving me a masterclass in defense and the best battle I've ever had in motor racing. I had to start with a gap in front of me. Adam Walker was a non-starter due to a puncture he picked up going through the tunnel. Good battle going on in front, James versus Sam. Sam looks up the inside, goes for it. I miss a gear. Don't drop down to third, which I should have, so I'm pulling out of the final turn in fourth. I lost a little time to the guys in front. Need to catch back up now. So as you can tell, I'm really pushing myself to the limit here. Really trying my best to try and keep up with the guys ahead. You have James battling Sam. There's me just putting my hand up to the marshal, taking a bit of liberties with track limits there. Just trying to show him that it wasn't too intentional. James trying to keep on the back of Sam here. So we're just trying to keep with them. If people are battling in front of you, then you're probably going to have a chance to overtake. I nearly lost the car again. I'm not far from taking myself out the race. Each time I go off the track like that and hit the curves, I'm at risk of damaging the car or losing it. I'm getting closer now. My lap time was in the 46, which is the fastest I've done a weekend. This could be on. Sam's gone off, he's made a mistake. Stones are hitting my car and my helmet. I'm much closer to him now. There's definitely opportunity. He's feeling the pressure. I had to back off. He had the racing line. I didn't want to take both of us out so early on in the race. Live to fight another day. I nearly ended up in the gravel again. Pieces flying off of his car. Even though these cars rely more on mechanical grip than aero, it does make a difference. His floor was damaged and it would be affecting the performance of his car ever so slightly. But I knew that mentally it would be affecting him more. Another off, By now I've realised I'm faster out of that corner, so it's definitely a good opportunity to overtake. I'm also faster through here. At some point I'm going to go up the inside. Much closer to him now, better exit out, final turn. Kind of maintaining the same gap, hopefully going to get into his slipstream and start gaining on him. I messed up my gear change into gear 6. Much faster through turn 1. Having a little look, just trying to feign a mistake really, wasn't really going for anything there. That was very close. This time it was safer to stay off the track there rather than trying to come back on and catch the wheel on the curb as I rejoined the track. Hand up to the marshal again, definitely at risk of getting a time penalty now. Sam defending perfectly, placing his car so I can't get up the inside. Oversteer corrections, really pushing myself to the limit here, trying to keep up or overtake Sam. I look up the inside, but he shuts the door. I spoke to Sam after the race and he told me that there was no way I was getting through. should have really just gone for it. I think he left the door open there, and if I was a little bit more aggressive, I probably could have stepped on the inside of him. But of course, with the likelihood of thousands, if not tens of thousands of pounds of damage, you're a little bit hesitant. At this point, Sam's positioning himself perfectly. Whilst there was a gap there, I would have had to risk it all to go up the inside. There's a high chance after coming off those curbs that you're going to unsettle the car and cause a spin in braking. Was a little close, didn't want to hit the brake and lose my momentum. Thought I might be able to get him down the straight here. He's managing to gap me. Trying to get in the slipstream to keep up. Sam immediately goes defensive on the inside. I should really be trying to go around the outside. There is the grip there, taking the wet line, but just a bit more seat time. Maybe I'll figure that out. A perfect example of dealing with an unsettled car in a braking zone. this point, I know there's not long left of the race. I have a timer on my dashboard in front, and whilst I don't know exactly how many laps are left, I know it can't be much. Here, we're coming up against a back marker. Quite a big difference between the first race when I was being lapped and now I'm actually lapping someone. Blue flags, they get out of the way, they move to the left, so it doesn't interrupt Sam and I coming through, and I stay right on him. Yellow flags in the distance. Can't make a move even if I wanted to. There's a car there to the left.
Dude, I almost had you.
Dan Gore through, clear way to go. And there's a touch possibly, and Dan Gore's off into the gravel. It's all gone wrong there for Dan Gore, but for Craig Pollard, he's going to be an F1000 winner for the first time. He punches here, he's delighted with that, the double Formula V champion.
Yeah, and Chaz Heitman with that fastest lap. Just Dan Gore was.
And Bert Chapman, the top 10. Dan Gore won't be classified, so Josh Dement and Daniela Jonsson will be moved up a spot.
Wow, what a race. P10 finish, which I'm happy with. But most of all, it was being able to be wheel to wheel with Sam and really give him a run for his money. I'm gutted I didn't get past him. I feel I should have. But he put on a absolute masterclass in defence. Marshall's given a good clap there. Those guys absolutely love it. Most of them volunteers. Probably the biggest fans of motorsport. Heading straight back to the paddock now. I can't tell you how slow this feels after sending it at an average speed of 90 miles an hour and top speed of 135. Lap times are looking pretty good, mostly low 47s and a couple of 46s. So yeah, 46.4 was my fastest lap, which is way faster than the rest of the weekend. Taking off the seatbelt and just having a bit of a rest in the car, to be honest, I was absolutely shattered. I could barely grip anymore, so I really struggled to take my gloves off. So I know it's only a 15-minute race, but the final turn, especially when you're basically, until you're halfway down the straight, you're kind of pulling the wheel 2G around the corner. So you're putting a lot of stress on the forearms. Quickly panicking and realizing that after such an epic battle, it would be very typical of GoPro to have failed at this point, but fortunately it did not. Started P13 and ended 10. Pretty happy with that. But most of all, bumper to bumper with Sam Satchwell. How'd you get on with the race, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race for us in terms of battle. Obviously, I was running in 7th, I think, at one point, and then sent it through the gravel, through turn 1, ripped my floor off, my wing off. So, yeah, I had to put a masterclass in defence to keep that behind me.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to get past him. Like I said, it was a masterclass in defence. Literally couldn't get by. Literally defending non-stop, and even when he went off the gravel, came back on, like couldn't get up the inside of him. So yeah, put on a bit of a show, doing pretty well. But how do you feel the start to your season went?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the start I wanted. I was hoping for top 5 this year, but this is a bogey track for me. I think our last 6 races I've only finished 1 here, so not much experience and can never kind of find the lap time I want here. So looking forward to Alton Park and Silverstone and Crofton later in the season.
Nice one. All right, mate. Well, appreciate the interview and fucking awesome race, bro. That was great.
See you later.
Take it easy.